YouTube. What is up? Now, today I actually recorded Binding of Isaac run while I was just kind of chilling. I wasn't talking or anything, I had my mic off, but I was trying to do lost runs with Greed, and honestly, on my third run, uh, I got pretty lucky here, right? So I cut off the first two runs because I pretty much died. I got a little bit into the first one, and then the second one I just got a bad item roll and just died off the rip. But right here, as you can see, I had started off getting a bar of soap, and then went to check everything out. And off rip, if you're looking at my face, you can kind of tell. For a minute there, I was a little upset. There had been a couple runs. I was mad that the first run kind of didn't work out, and I just wasn't feeling it for a minute there. It was definitely a rough go at it mentally for a minute. Now, I will say, though, the fact that this was early on, kind of wasn't expecting that. I've just been throwing a couple random runs into the loss for probably about a week or two now, but I just been doing like normal runs. So this was my first day. I was like, let me just see what's like on Greed. And I will say also the item you unlock from beating Greed mode with the Lost mid. But right here, you can see I got laser tech tiers, and this is where I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, wait, I could do something with this. You know what I mean? I was kind of getting used to how much I got to charge before I can do minimum fire, just because I tend to be someone that likes to spam. You know what I mean? I get that full charge does more damage, but sometimes you just got to spam it out. Especially when you're not really fighting the AoE. I feel like in my brain, I'm like, oh, let me just spam a little bit. It just makes sense to me. But yep, here we go. And I remember thinking here, I was like, okay, I'm glad right after all those spiders, I got a little bit of reprieve with the flies, and I knew the flies would be easy with this. Same thing here. I got those, and I was like, okay, that's going to be super easy with the tech tiers. And then obviously I'm abusing the fact that I have Spectral and flying off rip with the loss to just hover over the rocks to try to avoid these spiders. And bang, bang, bang. Now right here, obviously, this is like the make or break for me in these kind of runs. So I'm like, all right, if I get past the first one and I start getting decent items in the second room, or I can hit the shop and try to get something decent, that's where, things really start to come together. But right here, see? Got the Monstro. Dangerous man here. But we just about have it solved. And there we go. Yep. So I got through that, and then I was like, okay, there's one more. I'm trying to think. I think I did fight something I didn't want to fight here. If I want to guess, I want to say it might have been Spider. But I remember seeing that 8-ball. I really wanted to try to get that 8-ball to charge up my tech tiers faster. But obviously I didn't have the money at the time. Oh, okay, I remember. Okay, I was fighting this guy, which honestly I've never actually fought him in a regular normal run boss room. I've only fought him in Greed mode. I don't know what the requirements are to make him spawn, but I definitely want to force that at some point. But yeah, I was definitely trying to play cautious here, stay away from him, but also use my tiers to try to hit him and whatever he's shooting out at the same time. Let's see what I'm doing there. Bang. And obviously, I go for this Devil Room because Lost does get the bonus of freely being able to take from the Devil Room. So it was like, what do I look like not trying to use it? Very simple times. Yep, here we are. Just finishing off another Monstro. Kind of felt like light work after I'd already done one. And I was really happy with the worm that like doesn't go underground that spawned in, because I knew the tech tiers again. We're just going to fry his shit. And bang, 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 bang. All good there. To go in. Now, I remember I looked right here, and I almost took controlled tiers, but then I decided, bang, roll it. Best decision I could have made. 9 lives, baby. Right? It's not Holy Mantle or anything, but having 9 lives right now is helpful. And obviously, I looked back at that. I was looking back at the 8-ball and trying to see. I was like, maybe. And then when I got these 2 chests too, I was really like, oh my god. So obviously, I go back up, try to see. I think I blew up I blew up these 2 right here. and then I accidentally also took the shuffler with it, so I had no chance of getting 8 ball anyways, and I didn't have enough coins, so you know, woe was me, woe was me. Could have if that last greed thing actually dropped coins instead of spiders, but you know, you gotta play with the luck. You gotta play by the luck. Not really sure why I hesitated there, but we move on to the next room, and this is obviously like, you know what I mean? It gets more make or break. But I remember I saw this and I almost took it, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to charge my dice, and I'm gonna wait a second. I go up here. I see the passage downward, but I decide, yeah, it's not. I want to try to get the coins and stuff from this. And this, another big pull. Now, if you know, this is the item that normally spawns in with I'm forgetting her name, but the character that has a buddy with her automatically, and she doesn't shoot tears, the buddy shoots tears. And basically what the item does, it'll double any buddies you have. So obviously I don't have any buddies other than the cat right now, which doesn't really count as like an actual, you know, buddy that's going to do anything. But I kept that in mind here because I wanted to make it a point now. I was like, okay, wait, let me try to get a buddy. So if I get that, I can try to get pretty OP fast. But right here, I'm still playing cautious. I know I got 9 lives, but I really don't want to waste them because I know it can get shiesty fast. Especially, you know, if I start fighting a boss and then I lose and I have to like restart from a certain point that I don't really want to. Like I said, it can get pretty intense. So I'm still playing careful. You know, I remember I got this. I was like, okay, this is pretty easy. Slight reprieve type shit. Right here, I almost messed up because I wasn't sure if they were going to pop up right away or not. But we go, we collect all the coins. Bang, boom, bop, 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 boom, bang. Go in here. I think I rolled this because these are bad. Did I? No. I think I went back to the first room and tried it. Yeah. Yep, I went back. Yep, right here, roll. And I got growth hormones, which was a very good pickup again. RNG was definitely with me for this run. I cannot lie. Now, I still left the item over in... Ooh, I do remember what happens here. Now, I wasn't fully prepared for the greed shots here. You know, I'm shooting. Trying to take him out, and bang. I fucked up. As you can see, I was not prepared for that shot to just come out of nowhere. But I'm pretty sure I kind of just went right back into it because I don't really have options in the moment. I low-key was thinking to myself, I was like, honestly, if I don't get a buddy right here, I might just have to re-roll, you know, the treasure room box. But I also knew I was like, let me lock in here because I know I'm going to have to beat the greed without it either way. Alright, so I'm sitting, dodging. He's spawning motherfuckers. I'm dodging. There's a couple times where I probably let it get way closer than I should have. Like right there. Yeah. But he's dead. We got him. I think I just ran right into right into the next one. Which, as much as I don't like this guy, again, the spectral tools make it kind of simple. Because I kill one, right? There's 2 of them coming after me now, but one pretty much immediately dies because of the tears. And I can get a lot of damage off just because he's kind of the same size as the AoE. So it really is just me kind of sitting here. Bang. And this entire time, I'm trying to remember what he does when he's in the black form compared to when he's the normal one. Because normally he shoots a laser, right? And then he shot out just one little spider, and I was like, oh my god. Wait, this is actually kind of simple. Waited for him to shoot. Bang, boom, bop, bada, bop, bop, boom, bang, bam. Bam, boom, bow. Alright. We get this guy. I didn't realize what the green form did at first either, so I was definitely weary of that. But I also thought to myself, kind of same principle as before. He's pretty wide, so he kind of takes a lot more damage from the full shots. And then I saw he was spawning in little pustule things. They're going to shoot out things, so I wanted to make sure I didn't let any of those stack up too much while also kind of frying his shit. See, with the AoE from the tiers that I have, it definitely makes it a lot easier to handle the fact that he's spawning anything, because I can hit him, still hitting them, everything. I go back in here and I'm like, bang. And this was a real decision to make because I was like, the goop is for guppy transformation, and I could have gotten, shot for guppy transformation. But I also was like, I have the item for the friend multiplication, so I went Sister Maggie. Right, went up, took the item, and I think I checked here again, but it was not even worth it. And just went down to the next floor. And this was just some light work, really quick. I think it was good that I got the coins. Definitely good I got the coins. But from here on, obviously my strategy now changes. I'm focused on trying to get, you know, uh, what am I trying to say here? I'm focused on trying to get friends to help me, and then I'm also focused on trying to get items that I can recharge the item quicker. And I'm in here, and I immediately, rip, I saw everything, and I was like, oh, this isn't good. No familiars. That's what I'm trying to think of. There's no familiars to pick up. But then, after a little bit of realization, I kind of locked in. And I was like, wait a second. With the multiplication thing, Cuban meat is actually can be pretty good. Wasn't my favorite. And then right here, I think I was debating re-rolling, but I was like, I'll just try to wait for the next floor. Necronomicon. I remember I almost immediately itemed right here because I was used to having, the broken D6 or whatever, but I did not. I made sure to not fuck that up. When I started it, I should have honestly itemed and then started it. I still wasn't in the mindset of using the item, to be fair. But I'm pretty sure after a round or two here, I definitely eventually remember it. You'd think I'd eventually remember it. Ooh, how many rounds did I get? 4 rounds in, I still have not used it once. Very silly play here. Silly plays I had going on here. Okay, 5th round, I finally thought to use it. There we go. 5th round, I was like, let me actually make some plays. I guess it wasn't too deep on this one because, again, I really only had Sister Maggie and the Cuban meat, which it would have made it a lot easier, to be fair, but it was, again, not the end of the world. For this floor, at least, Now, right here, it felt like some light work. I got nervous at first because I wasn't sure if the green, when he's puking. I know when it's on the ground, it doesn't hit me, but I wasn't sure when he's puking. This one, I was very nervous for, actually. I did not think I was going to do very well here. Felt like I lucked out a little bit, especially with Meat Boy kind of doing his thing. And then when I was fighting this guy, I knew. Low-key. And I didn't see at the bottom, there's some spiders that, there's the shooting spiders at the bottom. So this time I tried making use of the Necronomicon just because I was like, okay, well, I don't have a charge on the sisters. That did not work. So I collect some coins. I think to myself, like, what do I do here? What do's I do here? And I had an idea. Boom, box of friends. And you might not be able to see in the top right corner because my face came here, but there's a charge buddy. One of the little buddies that take your coins and will charge your item. So I knew if I did him enough, he would overcharge my item. And I could have a chance at least having some minions while I face the final boss. Because I really wanted to get into this Lucifer room. All right. To be fair, if I couldn't beat him this try, it was probably going to be my last try on it, and I was just going to move on to the next floor and just have to chalk that one up to the game. And don't get me wrong, there's a couple close calls, like right there, where I almost got murked. And there's another time where I am right next. Yep, right there. I got right next to an eye. And that last one, honestly, shifty too. If he didn't die, his beam might have hit me. And then, I remember I did all this to get in here, and then I felt bullshitted because it's fucking Krampus. So honestly, going to the next floor wouldn't have even been a bad idea. As you see, I did not defeat Krampus first try. You know what I mean? It's also one of those things where it's like, sorry, I just heard random pitter pattering. But it's also one of those things where it's kind of like, even if I beat him, the item that he would have given me isn't really something I would have wanted. Then I came in here and I saw ball of bandages immediately, and I was like, okay, maybe I got Cuban meat. Maybe I should cop ball of bandages. But I also saw the main thing was the carbon battery thing we got going on here. So while I had that, and then I saw obviously right after carbo battery another battery item. I was like, okay, gas, boom, sissy long legs, gas. I'm like, my plan is starting to come together. Right, and if you didn't know, the first battery item I picked up kind of makes your item double activate when you activate it. So while it was so basically double activated, and we just got double the minions off the rip, which is very helpful with while having the cube of meat and the bandage grow, because normally you'd have to do them a couple times, and then they finally be at a level where they'd be like effectively running around and doing a lot of the work for you. But with that, you can kind of just do it once, and they're already at that point. And then by the end of the round, you have multiple bandage girls and meat boys running around. Makes a very effective strategy. Started to come together quite nicely. Now I do remember thinking to myself here, I got 5 more lives, so I don't have to be super like the most careful, but I can't be risky. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I also was thinking to myself, in the final boss fight, no matter how many lives I have, I really have one try, because I'm going to save up my charges, you know, for my item, and then use it there. And then if I die, I'm not going to have that afterwards, and all of my runs after are going to be a lot harder. This is my thought process going into this. Now, does it always work out the way I want to? You'll see. But right here, I remember seeing this guy. I got a little nervous just because I was like, maybe he hops out on the ground on me. I'm not expecting it. But as you can see, quickly fried him. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do the demon room because I don't want to lose all my minions and everything. And I see one of them, and I'm like, it's just one? What? Boom, second one. Almost got hit by the second one, but I was good. I was just keep a constant movement. And we just banged on him. Easy money. We hit the demon room. And right here, I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I wish I could take both of them because I get Guppy transformation off rip. But I know the one on the right is just an item that's going to give me flies. And I know the one on the left is one that's just going to be, you know, kind of fine. So it works out. But we keep pushing. Move on to the next room. I almost instinctually went to the other chest before I noticed the spikes. But we're here. And we're in, I think, Sheol now. Yep. So I know that we're getting pretty close. I see the Desus juice. In my mind, I still am like thinking as if I have the D6. And I'm like, wait, no, I just have to take it. I go in here. I'm like, kind of trash items. I do want to see what's in the chest, though. You know what I mean? So I'm like, grab the key. There's a little bit of debate if I want to waste the key on the chest or if I do that. But when I got the coins, I was like, okay, I will use a key on the chest because there's possibility of coins and a key anyways. Which I got Jera Abundance there. I remember thinking to myself, I thought Jera was the destruction one for some reason. Very silly of me. But I go here. I grab Mr. Key. And I go see what my item that I can have is. See that? You can see I used the Jera there thinking it was destruction. And I grab Peeper and I'm like, this is a decent one too. Because once you get like 3 or 4 Peepers on the screen, it does get kind of... They do start dishing out some real damage. But as you can see, I'm definitely a lot more on top of trying to put all my items in, trying to do everything like that. And we're just making sure we just keep it rolling. Right here, I got nervous that one of them was just going to like run into me and explode, but we did survive. I remember, I think I accidentally let it stack up here a bit. Just because these invisible guys scared me off into a corner and I didn't want to, you know, leave it. Yeah, or maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. Mistaken. Like I said, having all the... I definitely did... It stacked up a little bit here. Just I don't like these motherfuckers. Bro, I remember that happened. That freaked me out at the beginning. Because I was like, wait, did I die? Oh, and these two had me sketched out as well. Because I was like, honestly, I don't want to stay too close to them. But they could also shoot a laser down, I'm pretty sure. And that would definitely fuck my day up. But once I saw one was down, I was like, oh, I can move up and grab him. Finish him off. Look at this guy, but I'm honestly thinking to myself at this point, I got so many minions. He's pretty fried no matter what. And as you can see in just a moment here, I was pretty right about that. You know what I mean? He's already just dropping down. But I'm sitting right here. Oh, and then I saw two of these guys again, and my heart sank. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck, I'm gonna try it a couple times. But fuck. Like, that's my immediate thought. But I go into the other room first, because I'm like, maybe I can try to re-roll or do something to, give me another friend or another item that'll help me. First re-roll, not it. Second reroll, bang, I see a shop item for 7, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna farm the 7s and get a bunch of items, and hopefully I'll get lucky and they'll kind of synergize. You know what I mean? And there's all this. Of course, the last one left is Mod Spider, another one that I do love. But I'm also looking at all these cards now, trying to think about which one I want to take into battle against these two bozos. We go in. Start trying to chariot them. Bang on them again. And then once one was down, I was a lot more confident. Went in here. I thought to myself, I almost took the item in the middle, but then I was like, you know what? My strategy is based around having familiars. I should probably go for the familiar. And then bang, I check up here again just to see what card I want to take downstairs. And I think I might even spawn the Wheel of Fortune just to blow it up to see if I get my gun. Exactly. I'm a genius. I know myself. But, as always, again, I think I want to guess strength. Strength would be the one that makes sense to me. Yep. And I'm pretty sure I kind of fumbled the card. I don't know why, but it's okay. Alright. I'm sitting here and I'm debating if I want to go back and get a key, and then I realize I'm broke. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, should I get a key? Oh, I'm broke. Never mind. Feeling like Offset. Oh, God. But we're dropping down. This time, I believe it's the market. We're getting close. We are definitely getting very close here. And this is the point where I saw that battery item, but I couldn't remember which one it was. And I was nervous it was the one that you get hit and it increases your power. But then I also thought to myself, I'm like, I'm not in a position right now where I can't not take the risk. You know what I mean? I'm not strong enough. Oh, no, I did use strength the right way. Your boy knows what he's doing with the strength. I remember thinking those guys were light work again. These guys are annoying, but they're not the worst. But the way they pop out of nowhere can definitely jump scare you at times. Bro, I see right there, that second mother's hand, I feel like this shit damn near hit. I ain't gonna cap. But as you can see, we're just clearing out the waves, right? No real problems anymore. Especially, like I said, Meat Boy and Bannister, once you start upgrading them, they do start to become kind of like integral defense by using crazy offense. You know what I mean? Alright. And then obviously you see things did not go super well all the way there in that final boss fight. But I respawned and I had enough money on to get the battery back. And I realized, oh, it's the one that lets me overcharge. You know what I mean? But I'm like, okay, well, let me see what I can do against the boss alone. Not much. I go back out. I'm about to just pass it up. And I think to myself, I'm like, okay, there's all those batteries on the ground in the other room. Why don't I just give a little bit of a shout to try something new? You know what I mean? Yes. But I know I needed to go back because, again, my pride would not let me handle the failure of not going back. But once I died again, very quickly I realized, you know what? Maybe failure is a part of life. And you just gotta live with it sometimes. And then I moved on to the next floor in peace and harmony, as they say. But I'm right here. I walked through here. I low-key was trying to walk fast enough to get through here without fighting them. But it kind of has been working out in a way. Drops to 2 quarters. Nice. See? And that's the big bad final boss. Right, he really did some crazy shit, to be honest. But yeah, I'm right here. I'm trying to shoot him, but I also have this like goal in mind of like any coins that spawn or any like gremlin things that he spawns. I'm also kind of really more focused on those. I don't want to just heal through all the damage I do to him anyways. But as you can see, right, he's just an unrelenting force. He just keeps coming. I remember I saw those bombs, my heart dropped a little. I was like, please don't let me be anywhere near it. Or every time he shot out coins and I didn't see it, like when he was shooting them out of his mouth, pause, I was definitely sitting here being like, oh my god, this is insane. Anything could happen right now, and I have no idea. He's crazy with FOV. But yeah, as you can see, even with the whole technically being stronger, everything, he is just falling like a fly to my team here. It's a lesson for life. You know what I'm saying? There he is. He tried running, but he got caught slip. I unlocked the Zodiac. I haven't been able to use it yet, but I'm not gonna lie, I read the description and it doesn't look the best, but it seems cool. You know what I mean? But hey, as always, guys, thank you guys for watching on the YouTube video. If you made it this far, and come check out the stream sometime. Let me know anything else you might want me to play. Drop me some tips, and thank you.